Good arising, brethren. This is Big Judah, coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. I pray that the Most High blesses this lesson this evening, gives more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past in order to understand events that are currently happening on the earth. So we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. A sister sent me this morning. Thank you so much for sharing this information. Again, more absolutely mind-blowing information, confirming what the Most High is giving us here at the end. As you're starting to see how the Most High is now blessing us with more knowledge and understanding. But others, I've seen more people talking about ley lines on other videos and trying to bring out some of this information, talking about Atlantis more often. And it just shows you that the Most High is raising up his people to bring out this information that he has hidden from the world. Making these connections is all part of the Most High's plan. Things have not just been hidden in one book in one specific area for one person to get all this understanding. When you look at how many people are starting to bring this information together, you see it's the Most High who is bringing this information to his community in order to bring out this truth to be a light unto the whole world, good or bad, for people to see the truth, to expose the priests of Mahan and their lies. And as you can see, their lies go deep. This information right here, we're only going to get into a little bit of it, but man, it's great information and more confirmation about the Most High getting ready to sweep the people off of his land here. The dove coming over the lands here in the Americas. Most High making this a new Atlantis, making this a paradise for his people and for the chosen Gentiles that choose to cleave to the Most High's chosen people. It starts to make the Bibles and scriptures in the Bible become more vibrant and make more sense. Showing you how things could not, anything, if the Gentiles are telling you it, it's a lie. When it says there's no truth in them, that means their breakdown of prophecy, their breakdown of who's who, their breakdown of the lands, everything that they've told us is a lie. And the Most High is exposing them day by day. So let's take a look here. Ancient Greece and ancient Rome in America. Sister sent me a link to this, and I said it's absolutely amazing, this blog right here. Okay? Thank you again. And I said, this is how we do it. This is how we have to do it as a nation, coming together, sharing information. It says, this blog, Ancient Greece and Ancient Rome, was in America. Now, as we read through it, you're going to start to see how the ley lines work together. You're going to see how these, they've been setting up these cities based off of our ley lines. How they've been making, what does the devil always do? Copy. How they don't have the original. So all they can do is copy. Their copies usually aren't very good, but that's what they do. They can't do anything else. They're not the originators. They originate nothing. So when you understand that they copy everything, that'll make sense as to, what you're seeing is what's going on today. There's true prophecy, and then there's their copy, which is always usually missing something. I don't know. What is their prophecy really missing right now? Oh yeah, God's chosen people and how they fit into prophecy. So they know that there's a prophecy. The Most High is enlightening us what the prophecy is, but they've made their own without the star character. The main character is not even there. How do you have a Superman movie and you don't got Superman in the movie? How do you have a movie about the Hulk, but the Hulk's not in the movie? That's what they've done. So they make a prophecy without the stars of the prophecy. Now let's check this out. This blog, Ancient Greece and Ancient Rome Was in America, will prove beyond doubt that this is a factual statement. Let's start first with Washington, D.C., which means District of Columbia. Columbia was named after the American Indian Creek, equal Greek, virgin goddess Columbia. Columbia is also the symbol of Columbia Motion Pictures and the Statue of Liberty, aka Lady Liberty. Columbia is a personification of America, and she symbolizes liberty, freedom, and justice. And see, that was part of the blessing that we had. We had liberty over the lands, freedom, okay, and justice. That's what we had before when we were actually following the ways of the Most High. We lost that. We lost those. We lost our freedoms, liberties, and justice when the Most High brought the other nations over here to destroy us. And that's what they've been living under, because they've been living under the blessings. So they've had liberty, freedom, and justice. That's why you hear them all the time talking about freedom. We have freedom to not have to listen to anything you guys have to say. Hence why they haven't realized that the curses have been brought on them. They still think they're living under freedom. And that's why they refuse to do anything to try to save, their society, because they think they're still under the blessings and they have freedom no matter what. See, those freedoms and that liberty and that justice all came and said, with stipulations. And the stipulation was you had to follow the ways of the Most High. We didn't do it, and we lost that freedom and liberty. You didn't do it, and now you're losing that freedom and liberty as well. But it is pretty funny to listen to them talking about their freedoms and liberty, and America all the time. Here, America, no one can tell me anything. No one can tell me what to do here because this is America. This is where I live. This is my land. This is God's country. And it's like all the while you're just looking at us laughing because I'm like, yeah, bro, that's not for you anymore. That's for the Most High's chosen people again. But that's okay. They're going to get the memo pretty soon, though. I think they're getting it right now, even though they don't want to believe it. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. It says Columbia was a Melaninite, Black, Creek, or Greek Indian woman before she was whitewashed to reflect the likeness of a European woman. Okay. The U.S. Capitol building, which is Greco-Roman architecture, sits in the center of a grid that is shaped like an owl. Okay. It says, yes, Washington, D.C. sits on an owl grid. American Indian goddess, okay, Columbia also represents the owl, eagle, or phoenix, because she knows who and is therefore wise. Okay. The owl symbolizes supervision or wisdom because it can rotate its head 360 degrees. And the owl hieroglyph is the symbol for the letter M13 equals myrrh. The owl, the eagle or phoenix, and the Draco, dragon or serpent, are a husband and a wife team, hermetic marriage, that work together as our Kundalini system, which created and maintains our physical bodies. Please read more about the Virgin Goddess Columbia, free energy, okay? The land of Virgin Mary, Virginia, and Maryland equals Washington, D.C. And the Moors from my blog post, okay? Who were the Moors in ancient times, okay? So let's go. This is a good part right here. Even more information. Ancient Greece and ancient Rome was in America, since Washington, D.C. was the first Vatican City in Rome, Maryland. Ancient Greece and ancient Rome was in America, since Rome, Maryland, or Washington, D.C. was the first Vatican City. Since America is the true Old World, Washington, D.C.'s original name was Rome, Maryland, and a branch of the Potomac River was called Tiber Creek, which was named after the Tiber River in Rome. Like Rome, Washington, D.C. has 7 hills, whose names are Capitol Hill, Meridian Hill, Floral Hills, Forest Hills, Hillbrook Hill, Hillcrest Hill, and Knox Hill. Okay, Washington, D.C. also fits the description of the harlot Rome that sits on 7 mountains or hills in the King James Bible. Okay? In this post is a comparison between Washington, D.C. and the Vatican, Rome. Okay, as you can see, they are very similar, Greco-Roman Capitol buildings, and they both have an obelisk that faces their domes too. And the layout and distance of the obelisk are similar. Okay, so see image of obelisk facing their domes. Plus, both Washington, D.C. and the Roman Vatican are known for having 7 hills. Additionally, both of them are major centers or capitals for the New World Order. And they're kind of like those districts that are kind of independent from the everything around them. Because I talked about this in the videos before, how like the United States was the military arm, the Vatican was the religious arm, and over in England was the banking system. Okay, you guys do some more research on that as well. It says, additionally, both of them are major centers or capitals for the New World Order. And it's like, and it's funny because they're still talking about this newer order that's to come in the future. While these places have been here and set up for a very long time. So what is like this, like the pre-New World Order? Is that was this would be all set up for? Or was the New World Order already here? And I'm going to tell you that it was the latter. The New World Order has already been here. It's not something that's coming in the future with a new, Antichrist and a new setup in Europe and everything else. So that's what they make you seem like. All this last 400 to 500 years has just been I don't know, nothing happened. 400 to 500 years of silence. Like none of this stuff that they've been doing to us counts. None of the stuff that's been happening the last 400 or 500 years deals with prophecy. It's what's going to happen in the next 400 to 500 years is what's going to be prophecy. You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense. That, oh, now we're going to be destroyed. Now they're going to attack us after the Most High has already come to us and opened our eyes, given us our knowledge and understanding back. He's starting to do all that, but he's going to say, oh, you know what? Let me just stop that and let them just go ahead and kick your butt some more. I haven't seen that in prophecy anywhere, where the Most High wakes us up, but then we have to go through it again, go through the destruction again. I haven't seen that yet. That's something that they want. They want to be able to continue to destroy us again. Okay, let's continue. Additionally, both of them are major centers or capitals for the New World Order. For example, Washington, D.C. is the military capital for the New World, while the Vatican and Rome is the religious capital for the New World Order. You see, it's just too many coincidences for this to be just mere chance. This was all planned out long ago. In fact, the Vatican in Rome is based off of the first Roman Vatican that we had in Washington, D.C., since America is the true old world. And once you consider all of the overwhelming evidence provided in this blog post. And this post is a comparison between Rome's Pentagon. Okay, check this part out right here. And this post is a comparison between Rome's Pentagon and the U.S. Pentagon. I didn't even know there was a Pentagon in Rome, but okay, all right. As you can see, both Rome and Washington, D.C. have a Pentagon, which is in the shape of a 5-pointed star, which is a symbol of the planet Venus, transit, and the virgin goddess Columbia. The 5-pointed star is a symbol of supreme intelligence, since it also represents the builders, or the 5 aspect of the mind: thought, will, feeling, memory, and imagination, all of which are needed to bring forth creation. The 5-pointed star also symbolizes the human form with its 5 points: arm, leg, arm, head, which is an anagram for Allah or the All. Okay. The Pentagon in Rome, Maryland, known now as Washington, D.C., is more elaborate with its design, which suggests that it is the original or the grand one. And that would make sense. The one that's, more intricate would be the first. And yet, since a copy is not as good, just like the religions, they came in with their fake God, set up theirs, because they just pretty much tried to copy what we had, but they have no power. Hence why they try to trick us into going to their churches to pray in order to empower their demons and their places of worship. Okay, so let's continue. The Pentagon in Rome, Maryland, known now as Washington D.C., is more elaborate with its design, which suggests that it is the original or the grand one. There was once an obelisk in the center of the U.S. Pentagon. Now, see, I didn't know this. This is crazy, but it makes sense as to what we've been starting to study with ley lines. It says, see, there once was the obelisk in the center of the U.S. Pentagon to transmit the wireless free energy from the center source. There you go. So you get wireless free energy from the center or the source. Ley lines, free power, free energy. I had never even heard about this before. Maybe some of you guys have. But here we go. Now you're starting to make these connections. Why they've taken our sites, built these buildings, put in an obelisk in order to get this free energy. Free energy from the center or the source. You can still see what's left of the obelisk that was once there because the foundation is still there. And so is the cross pattern that surrounds it. I have noticed that whenever you see a Greco-Roman building or a Gothic building with a dome or obelisk, tree of life or Kaaba, penetrating through the center of the cross or the X pattern of the four cardinal points or four rivers of life, that building was once able to generate free energy. Since such a building is a symbol of Mount Meru or Mu, aka the mother or motor. So all these buildings over here, they've been spent in all these different places, are all free energy sources. It says ancient Greece and ancient Rome was in America, since the Capitoline wolf suckling Romulus and Remus is in Rome, Maryland, aka Washington, D.C. This ancient Roman statue is in the National Gallery of Art in Rome, Maryland. Okay? So we got the Capitoline wolf right there, is a bronze sculpture depicting a scene from the legend of the founding of Rome. The sculpture shows a she-wolf suckling the mythical twins, founders of Rome, Romulus and Remus. The image of the she-wolf suckling Romulus and Remus is a symbol of Rome since ancient times and one of the most recognizable icons of ancient mythology. Yes, ancient Greece and ancient Rome was in America, since the Capitoline wolf is a symbol of the founding of Rome. We have a total of 13 Capitoline wolf statues in the Americas, mostly in North America, which suggests that the superior or ancient Rome was in the Americas. Here's a list of those 13 Capitoline wolf statues. So you just take a look at the list right there on your own. But you see them in Chicago, Boston, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Texas, New York, Rome, Georgia, Rome, New York, Tulsa, Oklahoma. All these different places right there, okay? As you can see by viewing the list above, we also have Capitoline wolves in Chicago. Okay, talks about all these different places: Cincinnati, Ohio, and Rome, Georgia, all of which are just like the Rome, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. Since one of them is built around 7 hills and has their own Capitoline wolf as a symbol of the founding of Rome. The Rome in Europe has nothing like this, which suggests that the superior Rome or Grand Rome was in the Americas. You see that right there? Again, copies. Whichever one has the weakest copy would probably be the second one, the weakest. It would make sense then, that that's where you would be finding the Gentiles all set up, where the weak stuff is. Okay. Rome was an extension. Well, let's read that part again. The Rome in Europe has nothing like this. So again, the Rome in Europe has nothing like this. Okay. Which suggests that the superior Rome and Grand Rome was in the Americas. Rome was an extension of Granada land. Since Roman means pomegranate, pomegranates are a symbol of the promised land of Israel. which was Granada land. Okay, you can check that out right there. Speaking of Rome, Georgia, the city, was allegedly named after Rome Rome, Italy in 1835, because Rome, Georgia, okay, also has 7 hills and 3 rivers, just like Rome, Italy in Europe has. The 7 hills of Rome, Georgia are older. Let's go over that a little slower. The 7 hills of Rome, Georgia are Old Shorter Hill, Myrtle Hill, Jackson Hill, Neely Hill, Mount Aventine Hill, Lumpkin Hill, and Blossom Hill. The 3 rivers in Rome, Georgia are Ustanaula River, Coosa River, and Etowah River. The Capitoline wolf-sucking Romulus and Remus at the front entrance of the Rome City Auditorium in Rome, Georgia, is the icing on the cake. Because it's way too many coincidences for this to be just mere chance. Rome, Georgia is ancient Rome, and Rome, Maryland, Washington, D.C., is an extension of it since Georgetown, okay, is in Washington, D.C., and all the other similarities that we can factor in too. You see, I mean, there's way more proof here about these places being here. So people who keep on acting like Rome over there is like the one that was always been here, the promised land is over. See, they try to make everything over there. You had to force everything to be over there, all the way till the last days when they're saying that these lands over here can't be the Most High's chosen lands. That's why they're going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. That would mean that you'd have to just ignore all this information about this being the old world over here. Let's see here. The Greco-Roman, ancient Greece, and ancient Rome architecture demonstrates that the Americas was ancient Greece and ancient Rome. Greco-Roman means Greece and Rome, or Greek and Rome, so we are dealing with a merging of ancient Greece and ancient Rome whenever the term Greco-Roman is used. The Greek and Roman cultures were merged together when Rome conquered Greece in 146 BC and based its civilization off of the Greek model. The U.S. Capitol building, the White House, the governor's mansions, and all of the state capitol buildings in the United States display Gothic and or Greco-Roman architecture, which is Moorish, Tartarian mode of craftsmanship. Yes, the Cherokee, Cherry Tree, Old Glory, the Red Flag, and the Greeks were the real Greco-Romans. Greeks and Romans. Let's read that again. And they built all of the Cherokee, Gothic, and Greco-Roman architecture in the Americas. Let's go out again. Yes, the Cherokee, okay, or the Cherry Tree, Old Glory, the Red Flag, and the Creeks or the Greeks, okay, very close in names here, were the real Greco-Romans, Greeks and Romans. And they built all of the Cherokee Gothic and Greek Roman architecture in the Americas. It says in this post is images of Greco-Roman and Gothic architecture, all of which is a Moorish or Tartarian mode of craftsmanship, according to the master textbook, a dictionary of the architecture and archaeology of the Middle Ages. Most of these capitol buildings used to have gold or copper-plated domes to conduct the atmospheric electricity that these Tartarian or Moorish buildings used to harness. Yes, the old world had advanced free energy technology at almost every modern convenience that we have today as far as technology goes. Before the Great Comet of 1811 to 1812 destroyed the old world order that was ruled by blackamoors. Okay? And then let's see here. I'll let you guys check out the rest of it. There's more, but we're not going to go over all of this. Okay? Like I said, there's a whole lot of information. But it does definitely coincide with the ley lines, the free energy, and how, our people used to harness it. And they've been hiding this information. And now the Most High the Most High is giving it back to us. Now we understand why they came in and just destroyed our places, okay? And then put theirs on top. They destroyed our landmarks and put theirs on top. But they were never supposed to destroy our landmarks. And that down brings a curse on them that they're actually now starting to experience right now. Just amazing how the Most High is bringing all this information back. And if you only read the Bible, you're going to think about us always being in, like, a state of when we didn't have all the luxuries that we have today. We were just walking around with sheets, not having any of the luxuries that they have today. Would that make any sense? If the Most High loved us and has given us everything, that He would not give us all the comforts. But actually, we got it for free. These people here have made it so we have to pay for everything. And the Most High has set up everything for us to have it for free. Our job was to follow the ways of the Most High, and we didn't. We served our punishment. And now the Most High is giving us knowledge and understanding back to us so that we can, enjoy this world the way it was intended by the Most High in the beginning. All praise is to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.